Alright, what's up guys, we're back. Sorry about that, I had to restart the computer because, as you know, my stream is shit as fuck. So, if I start dropping frames again, I don't know what we're gonna do. Just deal with it, I guess.
Wide open three right there. Ball kicks to Ingram.
That's all I wanted to do, not paying attention.
Randall dishes to Ingram. Back to Randall. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now.
Alright, here we go. Let's get back into
on
it.
the interior.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Out to the right wing.
Get out there on
Here's
defense.
Tucker.
Come on, man.
Nene, the pass to Mba'amoute.
God damn it.
And the layup's good off the glass. Mba'amoute has got 6 points. Now, here's Ball. Here's Ingram. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Alright guys, I apologize if I'm not my typical upbeat and energetic self. I stayed home from work sick today. Things been a little bit better now, but still not 100% back, so I apologize I'm not out here yelling and shit like I normally am, but I got a stream on, so that's what I wanted to do. Also, make sure to check out my Twitter for all updates on streams and anything like that at MaxJohnson964. Put it on the top of the screen.
That was the game plan coming in. Be physical right off the rip.
No, why is it black?
For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Harden and Gordon teaming up in the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Nene.
Damn, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Well, the scrawny strength, the skinny strength of Caldwell Pope catches defenders by surprise. So good at getting fouled and still finding a way to bury the shot.
Kobe played in a big market like Los Angeles, one of the biggest in the world, but many are saying that market size matters less and less into the future of the NBA. Do you agree with that?
Well, in a certain aspect, yes, because of the digital age that we live in. I mean, the world is considerably smaller. You have access to market at the touch of a button. So
we see Milwaukee Bucks highlights with Antetokounmpo as much as we would see a Kobe Bryant highlight with Los Angeles.
Absolutely. But still, fundamentally, to play in a market like Los Angeles, you know, Los Angeles being the entertainment capital of the world, New York being the great market as well, it's hard to top those no matter how digitally enhanced our society becomes.
Harden draws the double. Eric Gordon on the wing. Shot clock at 5. There's the pick. Over Caldwell Pope. And it's Gordon missing. The Lakers trade. You know, Kobe, you played 20 years in the NBA. Sports medicine and training becoming increasingly important for extending careers, keeping guys on the floor. How far has that science come in the time from you when you entered the league until the time that you retired last year?
Well, it helped me play 20 years.
Yeah, right.
You know?
But different methods all the way. Huh?
Different methods all the way. I mean, it's when I first came in the league and understanding what sports medicine was at the time and the research on recovery, and as the years went on, more science research started coming out on the benefits of contrast therapy, of ice baths, and surgical procedures. Like, you know, if I would have ruptured my Achilles years ago, I never would have come back from it. You know, now, you know, my Achilles, even as I sit here today, it's like I never hurt it.
No kidding.
It's amazing.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Girlfriend just got home from being gone all day, so I had to stop and talk to her for a little bit. All right, but we're back into it.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Kobe, in your opinion, what's been the common thread for all these advances in sports medicine?
I think it's the minds, it's the minds
my
of people
God,
in
sneezes.
medicine that are constantly pushing the industry forward. And you know, it's our responsibility and the team's responsibility to find these great minds and turn them loose, right? And trust them with the process, trust them with your athlete. But the key is you have to find the right ones.
A lot of different ways to lead in the NBA, Kobe. It seems like your leadership style evolved over the course of your career. Talk about that aspect of your game.
Well, in the first half of my career, I was more of a tactician, more floor general. And then the second half of my career, I had to really start thinking about the emotions of the group and connecting with the group more and thinking more outside in as opposed to inside out. But I was also, I was very tough on the guys. I wasn't there to make new friends. I was there to help you be the best player you can be.
Come on, Lopez. Fuck.
Was it tough sometimes to have a guy that you were close to take some harsh criticism?
No, because the goal is what? To win a championship. This is why we're here. This is why I'm sitting in this leadership position. I owe it to the team to help us get in that direction. You know, we can sit here and be nice to each other and tell each other what we think we want to hear. And then at the end of the season, we can all hug each other and say, you know what, we'll get them next time.
Well, Kobe, more and more front offices around the NBA embracing analytics. At the same time, a lot of veteran executives who have kind of the old-time group have been somewhat critical of that approach. Which side do you take on that?
Well, I mean, I think there's use for analytics. You know, what they do is they tell you what's happening or what's happening. But you still need the keen eye to be able to understand why they happen. And that's what numbers can't tell.
Put some meaning in back of the numbers.
Exactly, right? It's tough to understand if you see a player shooting this percentage.
Well, I'm not paying attention.
You know, there's the first 5 games of the season, he shot X. The last 3 games, he shot Y. And you don't understand why. The numbers will tell you that. But maybe he had something going on at home that was bothering him emotionally, right? And therefore his focus was elsewhere. And so his shooting percentage went down, right? The numbers don't show you that. It doesn't show you the emotion of a player.
And the Lakers making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Houston.
Oh, get the ball. Come on now.
Ariza comes in for P.J. Tucker. Clarkson kicks to Lopez. That evens the
Lopez
score.
needs to dunk more. Like, come
Lopez
on,
has
bud.
got 6 points. And Kobe, did the Laker front office ever talk to you or just brush an idea past you to get your opinion on things, whether it be a trade or a free agent signing or whatever?
No, we never really did that. We never had that kind of working relationship. And I think it's actually better that way because then it enables me to have a better relationship with the guys where they know I'm not involved in those decisions. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because if so, it makes it weird. In that relationship, guys get traded and the teammates are looking at you and it's hard for them to trust you and all sorts of stuff. The most conversation I had was with Dr. Buss in this very shaky time.
Yes.
Where I voiced my concerns and he said, listen, I promise you, if you see the right trade, you will pull the trigger and I'm going to do everything I can to get you a championship. I promise you that. And after he said that, I trusted him completely. That was that. And then the following year, he made a beautiful trade for Pau Gasol.
He sure did. And a couple championships. Worked out well.
Yeah, it did.
For Los Angeles, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Not a strong suit
Take
for
your
this
fucking
group,
free throws.
just around 71%.
Well, think about the high ceiling that this kid Brandon Ingram has. I mean, and with his long arms, I mean, he can reach the rafters.
They set the pick. Brown. So, Kobe, in retrospect, what has caught your eye now, a year away from the game, that perhaps didn't resonate when you played the game?
There it
The
is.
time required to do it, right? Because when you step away from the game, you realize all the things that you missed. You know, all the taking the kids
God damn it.
here, being there, being at home with them, just giving our newborn baby a bath every single night, like those things, right? But when you're playing, you're so immersed, so obsessed over the game
That's your child.
that you don't even realize what you're missing. You don't even know. Like, I don't even see it. Wasn't even aware. You know, so having that perspective now is has changed things.
Come on, put that in.
For the 3.
There we go.
It's good. And the Rocket
I like
League
it,
has
I like
got
it, I
down to
like
2
it.
points now on the basket from Ingram. Well, Kobe, it seems like the NBA is becoming less a position-based and more of a skill, position-less game. Perimeter skill now seems to be at a premium. Do you agree with that? Do you like that? Would you change that?
Well, I think players need to be able to play all positions on the floor. Right? If you look at the teams that win championships, they generally have every player that's on the floor can make a decision. Every player can dribble, every player can pass, every player can shoot. Right? It's the reason why San Antonio is always finding themselves there in the end. The reason why the Cavs are finding themselves there in the end. It's the reason why Golden State's because they have playmakers at every position on the floor.
They have basketball players.
They have basketball players, right? Not specialists. They have basketball players.
And during Ariza's career, he has established himself as an effective role player and fantastic outside shooter and a tenacious defender.
The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. Well, it seems like with more threes and more skill-based play, the league is adapting more of a European style of play. You grew up in Italy, Kobe. You know about that style. You appreciated that style. How did that impact your personal development as a player?
Oh, wow. Come on.
Tremendously. I mean, if you look at the era in which I grew up in Italy, you look at the players that came out of it. It's myself, Pau Gasol, Manu Ginobili. I mean, there's a lot of players that grew up in that same time frame. That play the game fundamentally sound because I think all of the coaches here in America are doing camps and clinics for coaches overseas.
Like Hubie Brown, right?
Exactly.
You would always go overseas in the summer.
Exactly. And so we were products of that teaching. So all of our coaches growing up were implementing the fundamentals, the basics of the game taught by these amazing American coaches. And so we're kind of fortunate in terms of the time that we
God damn it.
Brown wide open. He fires. He hits that shot. His first of the night. Now 1 for 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the
This
recipe
thing open
for
there
success.
sucks.
Passes to Kuzma. There's the pick.
Fucking
Caldwell Pope
Jesus
kicks
Christ.
to Lopez. Back to Caldwell Pope. In the corner, it's Clarkson.
God,
To the
they're
inside.
good watching those
And
passes
stolen
inside.
by Ariza.
Fuck.
And here comes Ariza, leading the fast
He was straight up. He
And
was
Pope
straight
on the
up.
shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ennis, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Baamute's checked in for the Rockets. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Kobe, while those coaches were imparting the fundamentals abroad, did that get lost in translation, you think, here in the States?
Well, I think they just took it for granted. I think players took it for granted. And you start seeing the teaching starts slipping. It's like, you have a parent that's constantly telling you to clean your room. After a while, you start tuning out.
Yes.
And I think a lot of that is what happened here in America, which is why you see some of our fundamental skills erode over time.
Are you saying that your girls, your 14, your 11, they tune you out?
Oh, my God, yes. I can say something a million times, but if Beyonce says it one time,
Yeah. It's law.
that's it. Like, dude, I've been saying the same thing for years. No one listens to me.
Corey Brewer's checked in for the Lakers. And you look at the NBA today and the social media, Kobe, a lot easier for NBA players to connect with fans over that social media platform. However, it's also easier to get people in trouble. Players have got to keep that periscope up, so to say. How hard do you think that is to manage?
Well, I think now in this particular generation, the sensitivity towards things you may hear or see on social media is much different than it would have been years ago. In other words, nowadays for athletes to be on social media, it's more easily tolerable for them to say something, right? Or to be able to speak their mind.
Yes.
And I think the important thing is just the consistency in that. If you have a thought and you want to say it, say it. Right, put it out on social media. Do whatever it is that you want to do with it. The key is just to be consistent and be who you are, not be afraid to be who you are.
Me? For what?
That's his first
God
foul.
damn.
Yeah, that's a tough call
Yeah,
right
bad
there,
call.
and really a tough break for the D.
And the Lakers making a change here. Randall's checked in, and the Rockets making a change here as well. James Harden, he's checked in for Brown. Screen by Capella from downtown, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Gordon. And it's now 23 points for James Harden. So I think for players, Kobe, when they've been criticized on social media, I think they feel it's better to sleep on a reply and see if that same thought still resonates the next morning. Because a lot of, in the heat of a post game, you read something, I just go off.
Yeah, they do. And at the same time, when that does happen, it's going to happen. No matter how many times we say it, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And when it does happen, to be able to step back and say, okay, yeah, that's how I felt in the moment, and I said what I felt, and here's why I felt that way, and now you're ready to move on. I mean, it's a lot like life. I mean, people say stuff all the time that they don't necessarily mean, right?
I never felt, though, that you ever said anything that you truly did not believe in your heart.
Yeah, well, I think most people do, right? When you're having a moment, you're looking at it, you say, you know what, should I send this out on social media? Yeah, I really believe this. I really do. And then you send it, and the next morning you're like, oh, no, what did I do? What?
You had no regrets, though?
No, I mean, everything's a life lesson for me.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Dang for three. Rebounded by Capella.
We're not playing great basketball right now.
Rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Gordon. Screen by Capella.
Got sucked in hella hard, dude. God damn.
And another 3 for Houston.
I really like how Capella plays within the offense. So great at using his huge body to set screens.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Picked by Randall. The pass to Kuzma. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season. And quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Screen by Capella. Ariza against Lopez. Pulls up on the wing. Ariza no look.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus
there we
on
go.
some other
Attaboy
areas
Clarkson getting
of
in
the
there.
game.
Well, Kobe, I know you've got to go, but it's been a real treat for you to join us tonight. I know our fans have all enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, man. Looking forward to doing this again.
The great Kobe Bryant. Greg, it's amazing to think back on Kobe's career, but to hear the perspective and context in a broadcast setting like this, it's an awful lot of fun, isn't it?
It really is. And the depth of knowledge from the kind of career Kobe has had, the ups and downs, and the wisdom gained through that experience really shows in him as a person, not just a basketball player. He's one of the truly special people who've given so much to the game of basketball.
Harden slamming it down.
And Harden is the last guy that he wants to see get loose on the break. I mean, so talented at finishing off of these opportunities.
Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Clint Capella, and it's P.J. Tucker in for Trevor Ariza. Now Clarkson, he's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Pass to Randall. Here's Kuzma. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Picked by Randall. Off the pick.
Attaboy.
It's the Lakers.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
That was nice.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let them have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And so it's Houston with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll return shortly.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We'll see you later.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, and a few times he's done a good job of initiating contact, yet getting the foul call on the defender.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here.
I am not. I am not.
Lakers trail by 18.
Right now.
And Chris, you had a great and very long playing career. Talk about how that's prepared you for broadcasting.
I think it's prepared me for broadcasting because I have a unique take on what it takes to get ready, kind of the things that you can't be taught, kind of the war wounds, the scars that you had. I can kind of peel mine back and explain how I got them. I think that by playing for young teams, good teams, bad coaches, good coaches, by being in different situations, it allows me to explain to the fan base what a player is actually going through, or maybe what play is going to happen next. So I love being able to have the technical side of it with the plays because of the coaches I played for, but also being very close with some great players, understanding the mental aspect. And really, honestly, Kev, I know you're not going to, like this too well. But I work with great guys like you, so when you throw up a softball and we get to talk about something that we love, man, and you make me look great, it's easy, man, working with great teammates. You know that great teammates make you better, and you're the best point guard in the business the way you throw it in the system. So yeah, I've been fortunate to have good experience, and I got great teammates, and I'm having a blast doing it.
Well, you sound great. It's an honor to work with you, but I always like the take that you always give me an answer that sometimes I don't expect, and I think that's what the fans like about your commentary.
Yeah, when I used to watch the games, and I've seen some great guys, George Blaha from Detroit. I grew up watching.
Keep working.
I just love just the pure honesty of what you're thinking at that moment, and don't take it personally because I love the game, and so I don't want to have to try to protect a thought or an old school or a group of people. If a guy plays bad and he's the best in the world, I'm going to say it, and if he made a move I've never seen, I'm just really going to say it. And so I try not to exaggerate and just say specifically how I feel, and I'm glad to be a part of a game that can fill you with so much emotions, and it's easy. Just
God damn it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Lakers. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Dang. And it's Kuzma in at the 2. Lakers trail by 19. Clarkson passes to Kuzma. Randall kicks to Clarkson. Here's Lopez.
Attaboy,
It's
Lopez.
good from the top of the key. Lopez has got 10.
Excellent setup by Clarkson. I mean, hits his teammate where he could do something with it.
Why are you sucked in so fucking far?
Good. It's
Jesus Christ. What a play defense.
Harden with the assist that time. And that's 21 points for Trevor Ariza.
Why don't you all fucking
those
dang?
are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Balls checked in for Luol Deng. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for Houston.
And the 3 ball has been in the game plan, and it's been working for them. Having that distance shot in the arsenal.
Gotta attack. Gotta get back in this game.
To spread out the defense. And so often we hear about a player coming out as an elite athlete, but Lonzo Ball is an elite basketball brain. I mean, this guy sees everything on the court, a terrific passer, but more importantly, he's a guy that players like playing with.
Holy
he really
shit. He destroyed the fuck out of our defense there.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Rockets leading by 19 points. Brown outside. Feeds it to Harden. Harden draws
Where's the
double.
defensive man at?
Ariza
Like,
has
what the
open
fuck?
look. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
So a moment now to see the story on James Harden. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Anderson the screen. 3-pointer. Not going to go that time. Lakers trail by 17.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll
And
take
a
it.
foul called on the shot.
Here we
Got
go.
him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Julius Randle is a great fit as the roll man in the pick and roll. First off, he sets some bone rallying screens, and when he catches the ball in space, he's a threat to drive and pass.
Both free throws good from Randle. And Randle improving his scoring efficiency last season.
Look, you give him space to attack, he'll capitalize. Great quickness for his size, the strength to finish through contact.
Screen by Capella. Harden against Clarkson. Anderson a screen on Clarkson. Back to Brown. The Rockets again can't hit. The Lakers shooting well. 50% from the floor. Here's Randle.
Nice.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Put a trail a little
Randle's
faster.
got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Brown kicks to Capella. Clarkson against Harden. Looking for Anderson.
Oh.
Gets it there. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a 3-point play.
Oh, I love when Anderson uses his size down low. Now, you can always spread him out, but keep releasing it high so the D had no chance to block the shot.
Tariq Black, he's checked in for Houston. The Lakers setting a record last season for the most losses by 35 points or more in NBA history.
Yeah, fair to say that's not the kind of history you want to set. But Coach Luke Walton is accustomed to being on the winning side of those kind of beatdowns in Golden State. The team made a lot of moves in the offseason to try and avoid that again this year.
It's Ariza on the wing. 21 points in the game. Harden against Clarkson. Harden dishes to Anderson. Good. Anderson's got 5 now.
Oh, you just love how Harden moves the rock. When a teammate is wide open, he gets it to him so fast.
And the Lakers call time here. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
A good poise led to good shot selection, and that was the key to maximizing their opportunities.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Nance. Nance a screen. Shot off the pick.
Of course, Lopez money.
Time on the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 8th assist here tonight.
It's his shooting that's kept them out of an even deeper hole.
Brown the pass to Harden. Ariza outside. Here's Anderson.
God
Sinks
damn
that
it.
one from the post. He's got 7.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. Pass to
Are you
Lopez.
fucking shitting me? There we go.
And he goes in.
Made a
for the
little
dunk.
something out of nothing,
Just
I'll take it.
fantastic to have a scorer like Caldwell Pope, a guy who can let it rain from any spot on the floor.
Kicks to Brown. Over to the wing.
Hey, go ahead.
The 3 from Anderson.
Ridiculous. Are you
So it
fucking
looks like the
shitting
Rockets
me,
will retain
Lopez?
possession here. And with a quick break on the court,
Jesus
we've got
Christ.
some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. Lonzo Ball is second.
What do we
He's
both
been
have
a
0.9, but
factor
my
on
thing's
the
lower than
inside.
his.
An impressive stretch
Fucking
for him
racist.
defensively.
PJ Tucker, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Here's Brown.
God
And
damn.
Houston again with the bucket.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
And here is Ball. 8 points for him.
This is a quiet ass stadium right now.
Lets the 3 fly. Rockets with the rebound. Black's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Caldwell Pope against Harden. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Nene, he's checked in for Houston. Gordon comes in for Brown. Well, Chris, the NBA game is a game of superstition. And even if you aren't superstitious, you still get into the habit of a routine. So what was your pregame routine that you had during your career? Something that was there every night with you before a game?
Well, about superstitions, Kev, I have one superstition, and it might sound weird, but it was to not have a superstition. So I'm a guy that can get caught up in routine and things like that. So if I played a great game and I had something to eat, I wouldn't eat the same thing on purpose because I didn't want the superstition to control me. I wanted if for some reason I couldn't have the food, if for some reason I got to the game late, I never wanted that to be in my head. And so my thing was early in high school, I tried not to have a superstition. But in saying that, you do have a routine. And my routine as I got older was before I get to the arena, I'd read the notes of the game and all that good stuff. And I'd just sit in the hot tub with my headphones on. I figured that that was the best way to get warm at an older age. And that's really the only thing I can remember relying on.
Put that in. Come on now.
That was in my older age.
Good story. Good story.
Well, the Rockets have a pretty simple game plan. Put up a ton of threes and get as many deep threats on the floor as you can.
And often we can exaggerate about how much a team hoists up the threes, but it isn't an exaggeration with the Rockets. They do it at a record pace.
Oh, yeah, at times last season, almost
Get me
half
shook
of their
up.
shots were from three. By far the most three-point attempts in the league. I mean, you look at their offensive numbers, and clearly it was the right approach for them.
And the Rockets making a change here. And Baamute's checked in. First one falls for him.
What makes Harden so special is his explosiveness. This guy can just turn it on whenever he wants to on offense.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Ball. 8 points for him. Nance a screen. Lopez sets a screen for Caldwell Pope.
Ooh, I'll take that. Luck, little bit of luck.
And it's Lopez laying it in. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Nance a screen. Ball kicks to Nance. He feeds it to Caldwell Pope. He's looking for Lopez and finds him.
Oh, make a good shot. Like, put a good shot up.
The rebound.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gordon against Caldwell Pope. Corner shot.
Great D right here, using his long frame to bother the shot.
The Lakers have gone better than 53%
Oh,
from the floor since
foul.
halftime.
Jesus.
Shooting 8 of 15. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Rockets leading by 23. Outside Gordon. He kicks it to Harden. Nene setting the pick for Harden. To the paint. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Harden. Nene's got his first points in this one.
And when the D thinks Harden is going to shoot off the screen and roll, he threads the needle with the perfect pass. What a player.
Nance a screen. Ball kicks to Nance. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. It's Ingram on the wing.
God
And it's
damn.
off from 3-point range. Down low.
That's
Here's
defense. We
Gordon.
haven't had
It's
any
tipped.
good defense like that for a while.
One-on-one here. Here's Ball.
No foul. Jesus Christ.
Ball's got 10 points.
Yeah, and Ball just really good at running in transition, smart at knowing where to sprint to in the open floor.
Gordon with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Nene dishes to Harden. Shoots the three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 8 rebounds in this game.
Attaboy, Lonzo.
That's
nice.
good. He's 5 for 9.
There's just a feel that Ball plays with that really separates him from so many other players. He's superb at finding ways here to score in the paint.
Fuck.
Los Angeles foul call.
And last season, Harden just put up some incredible numbers all across the board. His assists were league leading, which nobody saw coming. He didn't have a big drop in his own scoring, even as he was creating so much more for others.
And with Harden, as you said, Chris, nobody saw his assist totals coming except maybe his coach, Mike D'Antoni, one of the Coach of the Year candidates, certainly all season long with what he did in that 55-win Rockets season. When Harden heard what his coach expected, Chris, he laughed it off.
Yeah, and part of it was this system, but Harden he found his groove. I mean, you think about just the seasons he's had. He's just played incredible, and he's going to have to bring those turnover numbers down. Not used to playing with the ball and not used to being in that position that much. Expect the turnover numbers to come down this season.
And with Caldwell Pope, a player who worked on his outside shot and got it to a point, Chris, where he is a threat now on the perimeter. Has that signature plant and drift type of jump shot, but it works for him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, all Contavious needed was a little bit of time. I mean, it just takes some time to get better in this league. KCP went from being average to deadly in the span of a year.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Harden.
God damn.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 42 in the game.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Ingram passes to Nance. Lopez sets a screen for Ingram. And he drops it in from the low post. Ingram's got 13.
And Ingram, with those long strides, devouring the distance to the cup.
Gordon with it. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's the Houston Rockets, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Rockets shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Harden and Gordon teaming up in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with Nene, and it's Tucker in at the 3 slot.
Oh my God, we're gonna fucking call a foul.
He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
And Harden comes
there we go. Lopez the late trail.
It's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
Rockets leading by 22. To the inside. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Ball.
Nice. Good job, Ball.
A lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, and Ball jumps all over the defense, especially when they give him a lane to the basket. Outstanding at forcing the issue.
And Chris, the Sacramento teams you were on were so good at passing at every position. Just what is needed to build a kind of offense that does pass the ball like that, that's as fluid as that?
Well, 2 things. You have to have the offensive system, and then I think you have to have players with the skill set. You know, you can't really be a good passer if you're not a good scorer, because everybody's just going to stay back off of you and deny their man. But when you're a pretty good scorer, everyone has to watch you just as much as they watch their man because you're just as much of a threat with the ball as you are passing. So I would say there we had guys that really could move the ball, that really could shoot the ball, so they were a threat. And all they had to do was be kind of a decoy. Pump fake, attack the basket, draw another guy, and then pass it to a guy that's willing to shoot. Unselfishness is a big trait too that you have to have. Guys that like seeing their teammates score, guys that enjoy seeing their other players get involved into the game. That's really important.
Wow, what a great breakdown. Well, a few seasons ago, the NBA introduced the last 2-minute report, where they release a review of all the calls in the final 2 minutes of the game. It has certainly had some mixed reaction. Chris, how do you feel about the public review that a refereeing crew now faces with the report?
Well, you know, I think pressure should be on referees just like it is on players. I think everyone gets their job evaluated, and it's no different from anyone else. I don't know what it does, though, what a report does by telling you what happened in the last 2 minutes and that this referee missed the call. So I don't know what it does, but I don't mind it because everyone needs to be held accountable, and transparency is always good.
Very well said. Gordon kicks to Anderson. Brown with it, now guarded by Ball. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
When you get tagged with your 4th foul, you have to be very careful the rest of the way.
Brown outside. He dishes it to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Gordon for 3.
He isn't getting it to fall from outside during this half after recording a 3 during the first. Now, he hasn't been able to sink anything really. His team still leads, but it's unclear if he will find his game by the time this one ends.
Ooh, is that lightning? Oh yeah, it is raining. Damn, I saw lightning on the window. Weird seeing lightning in fucking
He's up top. The dish to Capella. Trying to get back on track, and it's sent back by Lopez.
That was a shit pass. That was a shit dribble.
In the corner, it's Ingram. The feed to Ball. Capella against Lopez.
Oh wow, he swatted the fuck out of me. That's embarrassing.
Last touch by Capella. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the
I gotta get a shooter. We got 2 seconds left.
And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here.
He had 6 points from
it's
long
really
range in
lightning
the
out
first
there.
half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Passes it from past the arc. A rebound by the Lakers.
It's really lightning out there.
Ingram's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that on the stream, but shit. Some good thunder out there. I like it.
The pass to Lopez. Clarkson against Brown. Clarkson dishes to Lopez. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Brown kicks to Capella. Gordon against Caldwell Pope. Here's Anderson. Got a hand on it. Now here's Ingram. He started closely. He had stolen by Capella. And it's Houston on the break. Ariza's got the ball. Brown, good.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Here's the screen. Lopez a screen. Lopez a screen on Brown. Here's Clarkson.
Oh,
and he
damn,
the bucket
nice.
Through contact and gets the whistle too.
Solid on defense right there, but Clarkson using his height and length to full advantage.
And the Lakers making a change here. Zubac is checked in.
Oh.
And that one misses.
Jordan Clarkson, a scoring combo guard out of the University of Missouri. He was taken with the 46th pick back in 2014. He's made some noise early in his career.
And And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Clarkson. Good work defensively by Capella.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final.
Hey, there we go.
Not the time to go cold.
And at 6'9", Brandon Ingram played some point guard for the Lakers last season when injuries hit. He actually played point guard in high school and kept those perimeter skills even as he shot up in height.
And that one falls for Ingram. And Chris Ingram really
got
underrated
frames
as a
again. I
passer.
don't
Well,
really
that
know
might
why.
be the best part of his game as a rookie. Great ball handling and playmaking ability for a player of his height. I think he has some point forward in his future.
Clarkson against Brown. Screen by Capella. Gordon for 3. Here's Anderson.
Oh my God!
And
Thank you.
even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Offensive rebound. Clarkson passes to Zubac. Here's Nance.
We just can't get anything to fall.
Changes up. He can't
Jesus.
get that one. And Houston the other way now. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
They
Fuck,
are
we
really
can't get a
crashing
single
the
fucking
offensive glass,
rebound.
and it's paying off for them.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Clarkson kicks to Ingram.
Oh, good fucking green. Fuck.
And Capella
That's
sends it
Capella's
back.
over
He's
fucking
not the
me.
only one to blame for them being behind, but he hasn't helped their cause much.
Here's Brown. And boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Coach Luke Walton is coming from the 73-win Warriors team of 2016. He took over a Lakers team that's just finished off the worst season in franchise history. Quite a contrast.
And Walton, as interim with the Warriors, got 39 wins coaching just half the season in Golden State. Chris, how many games did he win last season in Los Angeles?
About half that number. I mean, it's a project. They got to build it up from the ground up.
Here's Clarkson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Former first-team all-rookie after being picked in the second round. Clarkson, a draft day steal.
And the first one drops. It's interesting to see the impact of technology on the game, too. I heard LeBron James. A lot of players now review footage on a tablet when they check out their play.
Well, yeah, you know, back in the older days, a lot of us went to the locker room and you would go in the room and watch it on video. So it's the same type premise. It's just that, you know, technology is better today. I mean, every guy wants to do it. You want to know what you're doing well, what you're doing wrong. You're all a coach on the floor. You're the quarterback, and LeBron especially is the quarterback of his offense. So it doesn't surprise me before that he's studying tape.
Here's Nance. Lays it up off the glass.
And Ball, a terrific distributor. He's got great size at that point guard position, which enables him to see over smaller defenders.
Brown kicks to Capella. Feeds it to Harden. Lets it go with the 3.
For God's sake, how do you guard him?
3-point range.
That is fucking the Warriors.
Harden's got 45 points.
Well, this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
Oh, we can't score a single 3.
Come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Brown over to help. Ball
Good
gets to
vision,
Lopez.
good vision.
And it goes down 2 points. Lopez has got 6 points in the quarter.
It's just been one of those nights from him. He got into the floor of the game and has not lost his touch.
Brown with it, now guarded by Ball. Dishes to Capella.
Fucking
Pass to
bullshit.
Harden, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And so it's Houston with it. They lead by 17. It's Brown with the drive. The kick out to Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Lopez a screen. Now, here's Ball. He's covered by Brown. Back to Ingram. And Lopez has it in the corner.
There it is.
Drops in the tray. Lopez
That's
has
our
got
fucking
24.
three-point shooter.
Here's Brown. Ariza outside. Kicks it to Capella. Harden up top. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Goes back up.
Fuck off.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That's on Brook Lopez.
Oh, man, and the 6'10" frame of Capella. I mean, when he's close inside, he's a huge threat to put the ball in the bucket.
And one reason why the Rockets were okay with letting Dwight Howard leave was because they knew that Clint Capella could fill that role. He quietly gives this team that finisher down in the block, and he has been absolutely, Chris, huge for the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, maybe the best in the league at finishing off lobs last year. Not the most spectacular, but the most consistent last year on that pick and roll because he's so active without the ball. Always moving, giving guards a target.
Let's go.
Great hands to catch and finish.
Yeah, Harden. What a fucking surprise. Stop.
And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 18. Now the dish to Lopez.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
And the
Jesus
rebound goes
Christ.
to the Rockets.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Anderson dishes to Ariza. He feeds it to Brown. Shot clock at 5. Lopez with the block. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Nance.
Oh, Nance.
The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brown the pass to Harden. Fires from 14. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, that just shows you can do everything right sometimes.
Watch out.
That was pretty.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
1:37 left to play in the final quarter. Ariza outside. Ingram with the steal.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity
What
and
the
aggressiveness,
fuck?
as well as the
God
ability to
damn it.
close. You really got to give
Can't
it up
catch
here
a break.
for the Rockets.
And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It defends the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
They set the pick. Lopez inside. Ariza covering. And Lopez
Lopez is
gets it to
bullying.
go.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Ball.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He can't hit that time. The Rockets go the other way with it. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the teardrop. It's tipped.
And Caldwell Pope just has unreal timing on defense. If you put up something soft, he's going to send it back.
That's good from Capella. Here's Ball. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lopez, a screen on Brown. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And Ball being aggressive there
easy look,
with
dude.
his penetration, seizing on any open space to get to the basket.
And that's game.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Well, yep. Lopez had a hell of a fucking night. Marios really did great. Lonzo had a good night. Sands had a shit night. Fucking G. Alright, so it's the day. Sure. We'll have another game till Thursday. Few wins and 76ers. So. Oh, well. It is what it is, guys. Can't win them all. So, thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know, anything helps. Starting off like I am. And make sure to go and follow my Twitter at MattyJohnson964 for all stream updates, stream news, and videos, all that. So I think maybe I might stream some of my career after this, but if not, I'll see you guys next time.